What an honor to share a few stories, and so many of us are connected on social media. My name is Aniya Langjahr. This is my husband, Robb, and we're honored Megan asked us to share some stories about a unique time that we spent together in our lives. So please have patience with us. Some stories that hopefully will connect the dots and some of the times that we've had. Josh was an integral cog of all of our lives, but we're going to try our best together to hang in there. As Dave so eloquently said, he had so many roles: husband, daddy, son, father, brother, cousin, uncle, friend. But then there was also the buddy, the rep, maven, snowboarder, confidant, ski area management student, fondly referred to as a Sam. In compiling this list of Josh's roles and his influence on us all, we realized that teacher was perhaps the most important role. And maybe I'm biased, being a teacher. But Josh's life and influence on us all has taught us and continues to teach us that some of life's most important things about his roles and our own.
Again, I'm Robb. 1998, I met Josh, so I was later than these guys. These guys knew him so much longer. And in a short time, I met him, like I said, in 1998, enrolled at Gilgibit Community College in Ironwood, Michigan to pursue ski area management. With many friends departing for four-year institutions, we didn't follow the traditional college route, but instead followed our passion in the ski and snowboard industry to big snow country. We were quickly a tight-knit group of guys from all over the Midwest. Josh lived in a house in Hurley next to JB and OG, which are here today. We became fast friends. We had a love of winter, a work ethic, and a style that I admired. Soon after we became friends, Josh departed for Park City for his internship at Jan's Mountain Recreational Retail. I learned that you can make a true friend in a short time. A year later, I joined Josh out in Utah, where we had some of the greatest days of our young lives together. We lived the Sam dream, rode and worked, networked, and lived it up. And we both wanted more. We wanted families, homes, careers. So we packed up and headed back to the Midwest, to Northern Michigan University. Living was good. Panini Grill living was good. One of the most memorable rental properties was a pair of apartments above the Panini Grill sandwich shop. Josh was also a great roommate.
That's where I met them. Many times those Sam boys would seem like they were coming home when my friends and I were heading out to train. But not Josh and Robbie. Josh quickly set himself apart. He got a job working downstairs in the restaurant, first washing soup pots, and then transitioning into one of the front lead guys. Here he honed his culinary creations that are still legendary. The Hangover Sandwich was born, which is a hybrid of the panini portobello and the meatball panini. The curried tuna, which only appeals to a select few, and also the Panini Grill potato salad, which is still the best we've ever had. So we had this shared appreciation for food that he shared with so many of you. I frequently hung out with these guys and taught myself to cook along the way. When Josh introduced me to Megan, he said, "This is that girl who used to cook for us." I think it was a cool memory for him too. I was this girl next door, and these guys were like brothers to me. No romantic interest, although I'm sure I had a crush on Josh for like a minute, because everybody did. He was so sweet and cute. The ski team girls secretly called him dessert. During this time, developing our unique friendship, Josh taught me to take pride in myself. He taught me that I deserved a guy like this. He taught me to give more than is expected. So as the guys got ready to move out of this apartment and on, Josh and I had one last buddy's lunch on the wrought iron chairs outside of the Panini Grill overlooking this fancy Italian restaurant across the road. We walked over to Jack's IGA and we got PBR tall boys and we drank them out of paper bags because we were classy. The sun shone on our faces in that way that you want time to stand still. And the coolest thing happened. It was a doozy. As the idiom suggests, it was a whopper, a one-of-a-kind. We saw a Duesenberg car. It was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I got to experience it with Josh, the car enthusiast and expert. Experiencing Josh's joy that day will last me a lifetime. An original Duesenberg car, like the one we spotted on that rare day, just sold at auction for $1.7 million. I discovered that there are only 3 that have survived, and one is in Michigan. So that day, Josh taught me, know your cars, and keep your eyes open for the seemingly impossible. So we've all been beneficiaries of Josh's enormous generosity, from endless potato salad to fresh new Vans kicks. And it is the ultimate for any of us to be able to return the favor. Ramada Inn in Marquette, Michigan had a signature event, the Jimmy Buffett Fest. And I was so excited to get Josh tickets to the sold out event. It was the kind of party he loved. We all know that from the nerd parties to ugly sweaters, Josh never passed up the opportunity to dress up. He and I wandered around the tiki bar, and Josh's brat end mysteriously ended up in the pool. Everyone was gawking. There's a turd in the pool! This was exactly the kind of hijinks that I had grown to expect from my best guy friend. But I had just gotten back from Park City, and I had fallen in love with this guy. So I turned to Josh and I said, "What should I do? Do you think I have a chance?" And he just was like, "Just go for it." And I pressed him, "No, but really, do you have any secrets? Do you think it could work?" And he said, "Make him breakfast and give him a good tickle. Guys like that." Josh taught me that the simple things count. Josh was our matchmaker.
It worked. She was the one. But no sooner did I know it, we were on our way up to Marquette for Caroni's mountaintop wedding. Another Sam. Josh was secretly picking up the engagement ring for me from Avenue Jewelers in Appleton so I could propose where we met. Due to some delay, the ring wasn't ready. Josh saved the day and came through. I told him I told her there was a surprise coming her that weekend, so he subbed in a North Face jacket at the last minute. He taught me that you can trust your best friend to come through in a pinch. When I did finally propose a month later, there was no doubt that Josh's role would be our best man. In 2010, we were expecting our first baby. Josh and I had the idea to take nearly a month-long ski trip out west, sort of a last hurrah. I got a lot of side-eye from my in-laws about it. It was the trip of a lifetime. We crammed all of our gear into Josh's boxy Honda Element with the aerodynamics of a brick that got 14 miles per gallon. He was also the only person in the world that my then 8-month pregnant wife would have let me go with. We visited nearly a dozen ski areas. We saw friends from the past that were all worth more than gold. We had powder days. We had epic lodging. We once again bested some of the greatest times of our lives because we're together. This trip with him taught me that there is never a perfect time for a trip, that you have to just go, especially if you've got someone like Josh along for the ride. Josh is a rad snowboarder.
When Josh introduced us to Megan, we felt like proud parents. We were so happy that he'd finally found the one. He taught us that sometimes, to get the best, you have to be patient. Bachelor would no longer be a title that Josh held. So on April 6th, almost all of us were there to watch Josh take on the role as Megan's husband, one that he cherished and honored in every way possible.
Weddings, puppies, babies, jobs, new homes, new adventures came and went faster than we could imagine. Josh introduced us to the greatest group of friends that a person could ever ask for. His friends, his army, became our friends too. We shared these moments with him through sporadic get-togethers and frequent phone calls when Josh was so often on the road for bands.
Because he was the ultimate maven of style and rep for Vans. He was a purveyor of their style. Josh taught us all to rock what we've got. Evie and Duke, being your daddy was above all the greatest role he was ever meant to have. His pride and joy in watching you guys grow is greater than all these times that we've shared, and we promise to never let you forget that. So in my last letter to Josh, I said to him that his advice perhaps saved Robb's life. During one of those recommended tickles from a few years ago, we discovered that Robb had some suspicious cysts that needed immediate removal. We got them out, and we were lucky. I told him that how everything we do matters, that our actions come full circle. I told him all the reasons I admired him and Megan, how they made me feel comfortable, how they are both the kind of people that make you a better version of yourself. Josh announced his diagnosis and his DeZur's Full Circle initiative. And Josh's life has taught all of us that life isn't fair.
So Josh's ski area management classmates, with quite a few that are here, with the support of Megan, just would like to begin the DeZur's Memorial Scholarship for a ski area management student beginning their internship. I suggest that we call it the Deserving Intern Award. This DeZur's Full Circle initiative will give others a boost to help them in the same life-changing experience that impacted and bonded Josh and I and the rest of us. We all have an opportunity and a duty on these lessons to our children and people who surround us. You can make a true friend in a short time.
Take pride in yourself. Keep your standards high. Give more than is expected. Keep your eyes open for the seemingly impossible. The simple things count.
Trust your friend to come through in a pinch. There's never a perfect time for a trip, so you should just take it.
Sometimes to get the best, you must be patient.
Rock what you've got.
Life isn't free. Josh's legacy will go on as long as we keep these stories and teachings alive. We encourage all of you to write out your stories and share them not only with your family, but with Josh's. Honor his wishes as DeZur's Full Circle. Because Josh was the greatest teacher.